Hi, my name is Sebastian Cranston. I'm 22 years old, and this is my application for the CEMS management program at Nova SPE. Well, firstly, in the past month and a half, I've had the pleasure of meeting a few peers that have started the CEMS program, and I find the mindset amongst my CEMS colleagues very in sync with that of my own. They've all been very open-minded, creative, and wholesome in the way they try and understand the world we live in. Aside from the different aspects of how I've connected, I also intend on being a future asset to the program and the network in itself by bringing my own unique perspectives to the problems and challenges throughout the next 2 years. A little bit of background on who I am. My mother is German descendant, born in Angola, raised in Portugal. My father is from Hawaii. I've moved 13 times around the world, having lived in the United States, in California, Utah, New York, Hawaii, Angola, back and forth between Portugal. And I also did my bachelor degree in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, with my exchange program in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So being raised by two global sales directors, moving around, I was also raised speaking three mother languages, English, German, and Portuguese. But was also raised to be very curious about the world around me, as this ensured quick adaptation to my new environment. Overall, my upbringing shaped the person I am today, internationally oriented, curious, goal-focused, and adaptive. Further regarding my contribution to the CEMS program, though, I think that aside from my upbringing, my academic background is also quite in line with the values of the program. Starting with high school, which I finished in Hawaii, I followed both the International Baccalaureate program as well as the advanced placement courses such as environmental sciences, statistics, and Spanish, allowing me to achieve both 11th and 12th grade in 1 year. Whilst doing my Bachelor in International Business and Management in Amsterdam, aside from the said curriculum, I also underwent an excellence program in consumer behavior and specialized my degree in International Economics and Globalization, where I grew a passion for it, and it's kind of shaped a desire of mine to work towards a sustainable globalized world. Furthermore, I did my exchange semester in Rio de Janeiro, as I said, where I got another chance to integrate into a local culture, aside from the Western world, and understand the new perspectives, as well as work on my interpersonal skills through many school projects. So in conclusion, I hope to be able to contribute to the program through insight gathered through my scholastic career, my international upbringing, as well as my professional background. When reflecting on a relevant personal experience of success, what comes to mind is my 7-month internship, which was part of my bachelor degree in the Netherlands. So I worked at Incentives Europe, a promotions company which provided all sorts of companies with promotional tools. We provided BMW, FC Bayern, governments, and all sorts of small to large businesses with their giveaways, such as employee Christmas gifts, printed pens, office tools, trade show equipment, and the list goes on. So the reason I describe this experience is because I learned so much by being a full-time account manager. I was responsible for maintaining customer relations for the German, Portuguese, and UK market, doing customer service, generating new leads, negotiating with customers, post-order follow-up, but also I was responsible for coordinating the entire supply chain of my own orders from order to delivery. Furthermore, I generated market expansion research reports and held presentations of my findings to the CEO and his partners, which then allowed me in the 4th month to lead an expansion into Sweden, which proved to be the most profitable region. So this was a challenge I really enjoyed because I was given the freedom of coordinating everything by myself. I was given a budget and a set of steps to work through, and I had weekly briefings with the CEO and COO about my progress, and it all worked out pretty well. So moreover, I got to help the marketing director with the Google Analytics by doing keyword research for the German, Portuguese, and Swedish market, and this helped refine the company's websites. So I even got an insight into leading the e-commerce aspect of the business. Overall, I had a great time understanding how the entire business model worked, and I really learned that with good cooperation between departments, one can best and most effectively carry out tasks. So whilst writing my thesis for Maybach Luxury Goods, I attended trade shows where I was introduced to the optical world. This is where I was introduced to many different brand ambassadors, sales representatives, and all kinds of professionals in the fashion world, including a designer who had been collaborating with Maybach, and he was explaining his operations of his firm and told me that he was on the lookout for a sales representative in the Benelux market. At the time, I was living in Amsterdam, and because of the success I had during my internship as an account manager, I assumed the roles were very similar, and I took the job, only to realize it was very different than I expected. When traveling the Benelux market, it was extremely difficult to make a sale, largely because the market was after big names such as Cartier, Dior, rather than small niche boutique products. And the job was based on commission. So for 4 months, I was pouring my savings into visiting potential optical stores with profits simply not worth the effort I was putting in. And I could not really grasp what was needed. I was switching up my sales methods, targeting a broader customer audience, and also expanded the region I was operating in, all without a success. So the rule was always, if it works, I will postpone my masters, and if not, I will go back to my masters. So I sent back my sample bags and resigned, and only to really take away that not every opportunity is maybe the right opportunity, and that the time will come where you really find a product or a service that you have a passion for, and there will be the right market conditions to pursue it. Anyways, again, this is Sebastian Cranston. I want to thank you for your time and consideration of my application, and talk soon.